Hi, welcome to Wendy's Art. Today I'm just going to show you some photos that I took while doing a recent commission titled Humpback Whale off Fraser Island. I didn't take any video unfortunately, but I do have all the photos, progress photos, so I thought I'd just run you through and explain my process. The brief was to paint a whale breaching and Fraser Island in the background. As I've just been there, I was pretty excited to do this one. I selected two fabulous whale photos for reference taken by Merimbula Marina, who have given me permission to use them for the painting, which was great. Thank you very much. I love the first one, but can't get past the eye looking at me in the second, so I'm going to combine both photos. Okay, stay posted. Okay, so here you can see I have got the whale onto the canvas. I actually sketched the whale onto a large sheet of tracing paper. As I said, I was combining two photos, so it took me a while to get it just right, but once I was happy with the way the whale was looking, I used the tracing paper to trace my sketch onto the canvas, and that is the result that you can see there. Here you can see that I've added soft gel gloss medium to the water below the whale. I will do the foreground water quite dark and then get lighter more towards the beach. I'm planning on using acrylic inks to do this. I've also just used some, I can't think of the name of it, masking fluid, that's it, just on the top of the whale there, so that when I do the sky I can blend it quite nicely and go across the whale without getting the sky on the whale. Okay, so on this photo here I'm just still waiting for the gel to dry down the bottom, so I've just gone in and done the first sky layer in a blue-grey colour. When it's dry I will go in and glaze some more layers of different blues, probably with a cobalt or a cerulean blue, but let's let that dry now. Here I have added another coat of blue in the sky area, and the gel had dried, so I then added some acrylic inks in the sea below the whale. I think there was turquoise, blue and green, probably with a bit of white as well, not a lot. I then covered the inks with some cling wrap and left that to dry, which made those beautiful textures in the water. Make sure you let the inks dry before you remove the cling wrap. Here I did another glaze of blue and then removed the masking liquid from the whale's head, which was probably a mistake because I did go in and do more blues later, but yeah, now you can see the shape of the whale's face. Okay, so here I have now finished the sky. I did add a little bit more blue to the sky. I then added the lighter ocean colours behind the whale, the same colours as the bottom but just with a bit more white. And you can see the cling wrap in place there for the texture. I also did a few more darker colours on the bottom of the ocean. I added another layer of blue to the sky, and as you can see I've removed the cling wrap from that middle ocean section. I've covered the whale with a layer of gesso, and I've decided to do that part of the whale first before adding the right hand fin in. Still fiddling with the sky, so I've added a few layers to lighten it up a bit in the sky area. I then did the sand layer of the small strip of landscape, adding some sand to the Naples yellow and then lighter colours beyond the yellow. I've added a glaze of turquoise to the middle water section to harmonise the colours a bit more with the bottom section of water. I still have to add a lighter turquoise moving up towards the sand. Okay, so I've added some contact paper over the top of the whale's head again, as I'm still not happy with the sky and I'm still lightening it up a bit. That just protects it from the blue. I have now blocked in the colours for the landscape strip, including just a fairly rough depiction of the pinnacles coloured sands on the right, but just getting those general areas blocked in. Okay, so here I've added some more definition and details on the landscape strip, especially to the Pinnacle sand area, and I've added the Mahino shipwreck on the left and a four-wheel drive on the sand on the right. Light glaze has been added where the water meets the sand, and I've added a light and dark glaze to the sky, so the darker at the top and the lighter at the bottom. Here I've applied soft gel gloss medium to the whole whale using a silicone shaper for the texture bits, careful to include the eye. And also these are some of the closer ups to give you a bit more of a look at the details of the texture. I'm really happy with the result as a soft gel medium on the whale, and I'll now leave it for another day or so and then start with the colour and details. I've added some Paynes grey lines to the underside of the whale, just to give it a bit of definition. These will be covered up by the white, but I just wanted a hint of blue under that white on the belly of the whale. Okay, here I have now added in the right fin in soft gel gloss. You can see some blues added in the back section, and some whites have been added in the belly region. These are the little barnacles that I hand-made from air-dried clay. They will be attached to the whale. I will paint them with a titanium buff spray paint. So I've added some more dark blue and bluey whites to the whale. I will continue to refine him. The ocean, sky and landscape strips are now completed. I can see the body through the right fin, especially the valleys from the texture that I added to the underbelly of the whale. So I've added some levelling paste to that fin to fill in the valleys. It looks on the photo like an opaque white section when wet, but will dry to a beautiful clear gloss. I've refined the whale colour and added the eye now. Also, I have attached the barnacles using soft gloss gel medium. I just have to finish painting and adding barnacles to the right fin when the levelling paste is dry. I have now added the barnacles to the right fin. So all the barnacles are attached and I'm really happy with how they look. I whited out the eye because I wasn't happy with it, so I'll be redoing the eye before I'm fully finished. I've now redone the eye and I'm happy with the eye now, so I moved on to adding the water texture. Now the water around the base of the whale I added with soft gel gloss medium with a bit of white mixed in, but I didn't mix too much so that there was some without and some with. The spatter I used binder medium, also with a little bit of white but not mixed uniformly either. From the fin I used a palette knife and just ran a little bit of white paint very carefully down to give the hint of water coming off the fin. This is the finished artwork. As you can see, I've signed it. So what I did was added some extra spatter in the lower section, and also the palette knife, I added a bit more from the back of the whale, of water coming down. I also added a little bit of greeny blue to the water colour. I also added some micro beads to the gel, just to give a little bit of a glitter there. Which looked quite effective actually. So I've really enjoyed creating this artwork, and the person that commissioned it was extremely happy with it. It was important and nice for me to do because I'd just been to Fraser Island in late October, so it had a bit of a special meaning for me, and I love whales. But this is the sort of artwork that I really love to do. Mixed media with nature and a nature element, lots of texture, abstraction with the ink elements, and some collage with the handmade clay barnacles. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this, the progress photos of me constructing this artwork, and please hit like if you enjoyed watching it, and please subscribe to Wendy's Art. Thanks for watching. Bye.